I'm the greatest. No, I'm the greatest. No, I'm the greatest. And the best of the best in my world. Hello, and welcome to the world of pride. And I am your host, the one and only Kippy Love. I was thinking about the Queen, or not the Queen, but, the President's wife, or the former First Lady, Mrs. Carter. Yeah, she passed away, but she was like one of the greats. She was one of the best when it came to her life and what she did. I'd like to be able to do half of what she did. I'd like to be able to go out there and give to charity. I'd love to be able to achieve great things like she did. But in my life right now, the way my life is gone, I've done great things. I've taken care of a certain person in my life for 30-something years. I plan to do that again if I live that long with somebody else that I love or with people that I love, as far as what I have to work with, sure, I wish I had more. I had better. I'd love new clothes. I'd love new, furniture. I'd love a whole new house, I'd love to be able to go out and spend money like I did for about 3 or 4 months when the first other half that I was married to, when she had her little money come in, we went out and bought what we wanted. We spent what we wanted. We enjoyed life to the fullest that we could, with the amount of money that we had at the time. I play the lottery every so often to maybe get lucky and hit the big one. I don't need, $1 billion. I'd be happy and settle with 10, maybe $20 million if I was lucky. And what would I do with that money? I would build my life as it is now. I wouldn't change. I wouldn't, just because I had money, I would get pride, swelled head and all, and think I'm the greatest and the best and snub everybody else. No. I would live just like I am now. When I go out and live my life, I would live it just like I am, but I would enjoy life to the fullest. I'd have a new car, I'd have a new house, I'd have new clothes and furniture and everything that I want. I'd have everything done like I want, New windows, new doors, in the whole 9 yards. Enchilada. I'd have money in my bank account. I'd have insurance, life insurance. I'd have, everything to set my life and my family's life to where it needs to be or where I want it to be. I consider myself a Christian. I may not be the greatest Christian in the world. I do have my faults, and as far as, being a good person, I try to be honest. I try to be humble. I try to, live by example. I try to do a lot of things. I may fail in some of those areas from time to time, but I still come back to pride. And pride, the acronym, P period, R period, I period, D period, E period, stands for patience reveals incredible dedication every time, and maybe one day I'll hit the big time, maybe I'll have everything I ever wanted in my life, I'll live the way I want to live, But, as long as I put dedication in my life and I try to keep going on this straight and narrow, like I said, I'm not perfect, and I will fail and I will fall, but I'll always get back up. 50-something years old now, I hope I live long enough to see it, But even if I don't hit the glamorous life, I'm still going to live my life to the best of my ability. And how I treat myself, I treat my loved ones. Some people in life, don't deserve what they have, while other people do, and how I am at home is how I am at work. How I am at home is how I am in the outside world, How I am at home is how I treat other people, I don't go out of my way to make everybody else's life just as wonderful as mine, because I try to live by example, and if other people can't see that and don't want to live like that, that's on them. That's why I said the world of pride. There's the I'm better than everybody else, I'm the greatest, I feel that everybody else is second place when it comes to me. That's not the kind of pride I am. I live in a family, but I'm not, a pride of tigers and bears and Eskimos and oh my, or whatever the song is, or the title is, and I'm not gay pride, I'm just regular pride, I'm the pride where I have pride in my mind, I have pride in my voice, I have pride in my heart, I have pride in my everything that makes me who I am and my life. Like I said, I don't have the best of everything in my house. I can't give my family the best of the best, but I do everything I can to become that way. And I believe, in the way I live and work at home, the way I live and work out in public, and the way I live and work at work, shows what kind of person I am. And I see, I'm not paranoid, but I see other people when they look at me and they go, who is this idiot? Who is this guy? Who is this weirdo? Who is this crazy person that lives this way? I don't live this way. Why is he living this way? And they're jealous. They're upset at me. They hate me because I'm different. I'm not like everybody else. I'm a Christian, and that's what the Bible says. Christians will be persecuted. They talk about you, they treat you differently and all this stuff, because not only of being a Christian, because you care and you live with pride. I wished every day I could be Superman. Like I said, I'm in my 50s now. I do have carpal tunnel or tendonitis or, arthritis or whatever the heck I have in my joints and in my muscles and stuff like that. But I don't make excuses for the way I am or what I feel like or the way I think. I may not be the smartest cookie in the batch, but I do the best I can with what I have to work with. Some people out there that are rocket scientists, Nobel Peace Prize winners, and they're at the top of the line when it comes to, I founded, I made the first car, I built the first house, I'm the first person to, open up a bookstore, smart, 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 But I feel that I achieve more being like I am than most people do in the world. I used to know this person that went to college and took 10, 20 classes, and they knew all this great stuff. They were smart in this, they were smart in that. They knew how to do this, they knew how to do that. But they never went out and achieved those goals. They kept learning more and more and more. I'm smart, I'm great, I'm, up here. But yet, their life, they didn't live that way. They didn't take being an electrician and being the best of the best when it came to the electrician. They went and learned all about culinary arts, but they never worked in a restaurant. They never became a chef, And in life, at your house and in your job, like I said, if I could be Superman, and I could be 20 again, and I could be like, I could work 24 hours a day and didn't have to worry about being sore, or didn't have to worry about being tired and all this shit, I'd probably run myself into the grave in 5 minutes, because I'd be like, run, 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 run. My other half right now, she tells me all the time, why don't you just sit back and relax? You're going to wear yourself thin. You're going to put yourself in the ground. It's because I work 10 hours a day, 5 days, 6 days sometimes when they need me. And like I said, if I could run like crazy and didn't have to worry about nothing, I'd be cleaning, I'd be prepping, I'd be cooking, I'd be, doing everything that I could possibly do. I'd be a one-man gang. I'd be a one-man show when it came to doing my job. And I feel that way. You can look on, my pictures, how I do my home life, how I do my work life, when I go out in public, how I treat people. I had one time I used to go to a restaurant. We don't go there anymore because we don't live in that area anymore, and it's probably not open anymore. But I used to go into this restaurant, and they would go, $5 man, $5 man, over here, over here. It's because I treated this girl like a person, like an individual. Every time I went in, I would say, how are you doing today? How's your family? How's this? How's that? Sure, I would have dated her if I was single, and she was single. She was pretty. But I saw more than just the looks on the outside. I saw the personality on the inside. And that's what makes you who you are. It doesn't matter what you look like. You can be the prettiest man in the world or the ugliest woman in the world. But if you have what's up here and what's inside your heart, and you live that way with pride, then you're one of the best. And if you're a Christian, that makes it even better. I'm not saying you have to be the best Christian in the world. You're not perfect in every way. You don't cuss, you don't swear, you don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't, if you do any of those things, I'm sorry that you can't achieve the perfect Christian life like everybody thinks you're supposed to live. But as long as you're doing the best that you can do with what you have to work with, I'm not saying that we shouldn't be perfect, that we couldn't be perfect, but in this day and time, it's hard to live the perfect Christian life with the way society is around you, with other evildoers out there that want you to fail because they're not happy if they're not happy, and they treat you like crap if they feel like crap, or they know they're crap. This is my coffee here. Yum, yum, yum. I know it's a long video, I'm sorry, but I'm in the mood. I'm in this mindset, but as far as like work, You know, you may be the greatest cook in your job or in any job out there that cooks food. You may be the greatest chef in the world. You know, you may make the greatest dishes. You may make the best tasting stuff in the world. You know, and you might be the worst cleaner. You might be the worst, you know, prepper. And then somebody else out there might be the greatest prepper in the world. They may be able to take apples and bananas and watermelons and different things and make them look like animals and make them look like, you know, the best tasting looking food ever. You know, you might walk in there and go, holy crap, look at that. That is so delicious looking. I mean, it's like, it's just cooked perfectionately. It's designed. It's showmanship to the greatest, to the best. You know, but if you can't cook and you can't clean up your mess, like clean up the plate, you know, you just drizzle on some shit that looks terrible, nobody's gonna want to eat it. You have to clean the plate off. You know, you have to organize it. You have to make it look presentable so it looks good. You know, and you may be in another restaurant or in another business where all you do all day long is clean, 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 clean. And you may be the cleanest person in the world. But if you can't cook, you can't work, you can't prep, you can't do anything else but clean, 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 clean all the day, then what good are you? You know, we have certain people at my job where they can only do one kind of job. They can't do anything else because that's all they've ever wanted to do, and that's all they wanted to master, and they mastered it. But they still can't do the perfect job. And I do my job the best I can. I may not do the perfect job, but I still do the best I can do. But I feel that, like I said, I am the greatest and the best at what I do at my job. And it's not because I know I'm the greatest or the best. It's because compared to other people at my job, I am. You know, when some people are too lazy to do their own job because they don't want to, or because they don't feel they deserve to, or they have to, you know, they push shit off on you. You know, go get me this, do that. You know, oh, this is dirty. This is, you know, needs to be put away, or go, you know, whatever. I don't ever do that. When I go in the restaurant, I do my job, and I do my job, and I do my job, and I do my job until it's time to go. And once in a blue moon, I stay over when I need to help out, because I'm a team player. It's like they say, there is no I in team, even though sometimes it feels like I am the team. And like I said, I'm not about pride. I am the greatest. I am the best. I'm number one. But sometimes in my mind and in my heart, I feel as if I am the one and only. Because I'm one of a dying breed. There's not many of us left out there. This new, younger generation that's out here, they think that everybody's supposed to give them whatever they want, and they don't have to work for it. Like they are born into royalty, and everybody has to serve them. It's not how it works. You have to do something to achieve it. You know, it's like, you know, if you want something bad enough, you have to take it. You know, it's not what you were given, you know, but what you have. You know, well, some people were given special skills. Some people are given special, you know, luck of the draw sometimes, you know. Some people, become great doctors and great chefs and great, you know, house builders and great landscapers and stuff like that, you know, and they became somebody, you know, like they're, you know, who would have ever thought that a young boy would turn out to be the richest man in the world, a billionaire, you know, or a trillionaire, you know, just because he had the luck of the straw. He was given the right thought process at the right moment, and he did all these stocks and bonds, and he did live this life, and he's got, you know, some people got towers named after him. You know, some people have, you know, a jelly named after them. Some people have a car named after them. Some people invented a machine that does certain things, like, you know, apple cider. How do you make apple cider? You invent a machine where it crushes the apples to where all the juice comes out, and then you cook that or whatever, and somebody, you know, came up with how to make coffee out of coffee beans, you know? It's amazing. Some people just got lucky in life. Well, other people didn't get lucky, but they lived the life they were given, and they lived what they have, you know? And getting back to, you know, being the best cook or the best prepper, the best cleaner, you know, I may not be the greatest on all of them one at a time, but as far as all of them together, I feel I do the best job that I can do. You know, I don't try to get other people to do my work. I don't try to get out of work. I don't try to get out of, you know, doing stuff. I don't try to blame it on other people why my shit's messed up. I mean, I know when somebody doesn't do their job and then it makes me look bad. Yeah, I'm going to say something once in a while because of, you know, I'm not getting blamed for that. I didn't do it. Why should I get blamed? I got one person that always, you know, picks on me and says, why did you not clean up last night? It's because I wasn't there. It wasn't my job to clean up last night. Why are you blaming me for something that didn't happen? You know, it's just stupidity and idiocy. I'm not calling the person stupid. I'm not calling him an idiot. I'm saying what his actions, what his, you know, mindset at the time, whatever, is stupidity and idiocy. I mean, I don't go around saying, oh, look what you did. Oh, look what you did. Oh, you know, when I know you didn't do it. Why blame somebody or pick on somebody and make fun of them or whatever? You know, I live my life all the way around. I don't live one way and then live another way. You know, I don't go and try to get, just because I don't want to have to lift up a heavy box or put away items or have to do a certain job, I don't sit there and push it over on you. You know? I'm not too good to do a certain job every day that I work. You know, I take out grease every day. I take out garbage every day. I have to put my hands in hamburger and make hamburgers. You know, I may not do the hamburgers the greatest, but I do them, you know, 3, 4, 5 days a week, depending on if somebody else comes to work and does it, or, you know, or not. They need to be done, so I do them. The garbage has to be taken out, so I do it. The grease has to be emptied, so I do it. I do other people's jobs. I don't just do mine, I do other people's jobs. I help once in a while take out ice. I help once in a while, you know, watch a station. So they can go take a smoke break or go to the restroom. You know, I do things that other people don't want to do, even if they're lazy or they're not lazy. I still do it because I'm a good person. I try to help everybody out. I try to be the example. I had a manager told me that at the time. Don't be the problem. Don't be the solution. You know, be, you know, oh, I just forgot what I said. Be the example. That's what it is. Be the example. You know. And that's what I try to do in my life. You know, I have pride in myself. I have pride in my heart, pride in my mind, pride in my life, pride in the way I think. I have pride in the way I work. You know, etc. And I hope and pray that other people out there that see me, instead of being jealous or being, you know, hateful, because I'm making them look bad because they know they're worthless or they're you know, whatever. I'm not saying they are, but they know what they are. And if they know what they are, it makes them angry, and then they hate you even more. You know? But I hope and pray that these people one day get woke up and they go, damn, I've been living my life wrong all this time, and this person here, he's living the life. He may not be, like he said, rich. He may not be famous. He may not be the greatest and the best of the best in the whole entire universe. But he tries. That's what the example says. It says, try. If you fail, try again. You know, practice makes perfect. Patience reveals incredible dedication every time. You know, I've got pictures on my phone. I show these pictures to other people. What kind of job I do at work, at home. I get out there every day. I had somebody that said, why are you doing all this work? Cleaning up the yard, you know, getting all the leaves off the ground when you know it's fall and it's just going to keep getting cluttered with more leaves. Why does the person that, you know, maybe some people do it for the wrong reason, but some people do it for the right reason. Why do some people have the cleanest house of the month? It's because they have pride. They want people, you know, they might have the wrong pride where they want people to think they're the greatest and they're the best, and they know they're the greatest and the best, and they snub people and shit and stuff like that, you know. But other people have pride like me, and it just comes natural, you know. Like I said, if I wasn't worried about aches and pains and all this other stuff, I don't try to make up excuses because I have aches and pains. I don't go to work and say, oh, I'm sick because I don't want to work, or I hurt because I don't want to have to work. So I make up excuses why I can't do anything. No, it doesn't work that way. What would Jesus do? When Jesus, if Jesus was real, I hope and pray, and I'd be glad if he was 100%. He didn't go around saying, well, I can't do this because I'm afraid, and I just gonna make up excuse and not gonna preach, and I'm not gonna save the world. I'm not gonna, take away the sins of the world. I'm not gonna, be a God. I'm not gonna be, the God of everybody, and I'm not gonna save everybody. I'm not gonna, come back from the dead. I'm not, if he lived like everybody else, he would have been dead and nothing would have ever happened, or never will happen. But, I go out there every day and I try to do something. And my other half that I have now, she's like, you're going to wear yourself thin. You're going to kill yourself doing all this stuff. It's because I want to. because I need to. I want to. I feel it's my mission in life to keep going. It's like they say, old people, you know, they say if they start slowing down and sitting back and relaxing and not doing anything, then they fall apart and they kick the bucket. And they feel they need to keep pushing, to know that they're alive, know that they are still the best of the best, you know, the greatest in their lives. But anyway, that's my video. And I hope that, you know, you have pride in your life. I hope and pray that, you know, you will be the best and the greatest in your life. And you will be the example and show other people out there. You know, I mean, you don't have to go out there and force them to do this, but hopefully by your example or by the way you work, you know, that maybe they will, maybe one person out there, maybe two people out there will change their life and become like you. It'd be great if everybody was like that in this world, wouldn't it? You know, well, it'd be great if everybody went to work. I remember back in the 80s when work first came down here to Georgia. You know, people were afraid to do anything wrong because they were afraid they would get fired. They needed their money. They needed their job. They needed their life. They liked the money that they got for, you know, working. They'd go out and buy stuff. They could go out and keep their car running. They could keep food in their stomachs. Now people, they don't give a shit. You know, it's sad. You know, but that's their life, not mine. You know, like I said, if it was up to me, I'd hit the big one, and I'd live my life the way I want to live it. I wouldn't have to depend on anybody else to get me where I'm at. I wouldn't have to wish that I had this or wish that I had that. I'd have it, and I'd be able to enjoy it. I'd hope and pray that the rest of the world would leave me alone. I wish sometimes I could be in my own realm. You know, I could shut the rest of the world off. You know, and it would just be me and my loved ones. People would walk down the street. It wouldn't matter if they were a mugger. It wouldn't matter if they were a murderer, a rapist, you know, a user. They'd walk down the street, and I wouldn't even be in their view. I wouldn't even exist in their realm. It'd be like Silent Hill, where the part where the girl and her dad is in one part of the world, or her dad's in one part of the world, and she and her daughter's in the other part of the world. They're sitting right beside each other, but they're in a different time zone, in a different realm. That's the kind of life I would love to live. I would go shopping. I'd go out to eat. I'd go out and have fun. Go to Six Flags, do whatever I want to do. Disney World. And I could live every day for the rest of my life. You know, as I want to live. Not the way I have to live. I wouldn't have to worry about all these wannabes and haters and losers and everything else out there in the world. I would live my life, and they would leave me alone. But anyway, that's my video, like I said, for the second, third, fourth, fifth time. I hope you all have an awesome day and a perfect tomorrow, and I catch you on the scratch. I'll catch you on the scratch boat. Yeah. I'll catch you. I'll chase you around. I'll catch you and corner you in the stake, and I'll go, rawr, you know, I'll catch you at the scratching post, or whatever my saying is, where we can meow about the wonderful catnip that we have. You know, please don't be afraid to subscribe to my channel. don't be afraid to share my videos and content with other people. Please like and please comment. You know, I wish I had enough subscribers today. You know, I wish I had the technology and the know-how to do great videos. You know, I could make videos where people would be like, oh, this guy is a professional. This guy makes the greatest videos in the world. Let's watch it every day, every minute that he makes videos. You know, I wish I was the greatest, one of the greatest, or one of the best YouTube videos out there, and I was making the money where all I did was make the YouTube videos. Like the greats, like Mark Weems and Casey Neistat, or Neistat, you know, other people out there that make great videos and they travel the world. I wish I could do that. But, you know, I'm doing the best I can right now with what I have to work with. But anyway, let me get the hell out of here, or the heaven, you know, so you can have some peace and quiet. But anyway, bye. Earthquake!